Hello everybody, I hope that you are well. My face is super shiny because I just got a facial. It is my very last day of my big backpacking trip, which I think initially was supposed to be 7 months. I think it's ended up being about 6 months. So still a really solid amount of time to be away from the UK. I've had an incredible time. There's been highs, there's been lows, mostly highs I'd say though. It's been an adventure, it really has. For those of you who might be new here, hi, I'm Christiane, welcome to my channel Backpacking Bananas. So on this trip I started in Melbourne, did a tour with Welcome to Travel, then I flew to the Gold Coast and did a road trip down to Port Macquarie and back up again to Brisbane. I then went over to the West Coast, Perth, and spent Christmas and New Year there with my sister who lives there. Then I went to the Philippines for 2 months and backpacked around solo, went to very many islands. Then I went back to Perth, back with my sister, tried to get as much editing done as I could. I went over to the Gold Coast again to do a really good job with Red Bull. Then I went back to Perth, my parents had flown over, and then we all flew to Bali because my sister was getting married there in Uluwatu. We stayed in Nusa Dua for a week, then the family went home, and then I travelled Nusa Penida and Nusa Lembongan with a friend who I made in the Philippines, and then together we went to Canggu, and I have been in Canggu for the past 2 weeks, and here I am. And it's weird to think that I will be flying home in approximately 10 hours. So currently it's about 10 p.m. I've had a busy day. I was surfing and working and whatnot. I'm really sorry you haven't seen any vlogs in Canggu. This is just mostly because I have just been chilling and working. This has been the end of my trip and I've been doing pretty much a very similar routine every single day, apart from just checking out lots of different food spots here. It's been a really nice place to chill and surf and watch the sunsets and get very cheap massages and facials. But it is time to go home and I'm really looking forward to it. I always do really look forward to going home, despite having an amazing time on this trip and despite being in an amazing location, because I know myself. I know I don't like to stay in places too long, whether that's home or whether that's away. I just like to move about. And I'm really excited to go back home and see all of my friends and my family, get to my bed and also be productive, get work done and go to the gym. Oh my God, I have just lost pretty much all my muscle tone. Anyway, right now I am packing, trying to get all the packing done before I go to bed. Pretty much just got all of my clothes out and folded them. What you will be seeing is a video of me reviewing everything in my backpack now after 7 months, the things that I've acquired along the way, also what I've really been wearing and what was really worth having and what was really not worth having and what I just didn't use at all, because there's definitely two sides of the spectrum with my backpack. In fact, I actually don't even have just a backpack anymore. I have got this backpack which I did leave home with. This is my Osprey Xena 85, looking not so dashing right now. I have this small rolly suitcase which was actually in Perth with my sister. It's my suitcase, but I had left it there another time, and because I don't know when I'm going to be back in Perth, I said, you know what, I'm just going to take this with me back home to England. And I have acquired another suitcase. There's this one. I do want to show you, but I don't want to mess what's in here up. I'll show that to you in a bit, but it's from Rip Curl and it's beautiful, and it is a carry-on size as well. It's a very big carry-on suitcase, but I just saw it when I was shopping in Australia and I just thought it was the most beautiful suitcase. And I've got quite a lot of little trips going on this summer, like European trips when you can only bring a carry-on, flying with EasyJet and whatnot. So yeah, I treated myself to a new suitcase, and because my backpack was overloading anyway, I thought it can't hurt to just have another bag. And as well as that, I've also got this Rip Curl day bag. Clearly I'm a very big fan of Rip Curl at the moment. And I look ridiculous when I'm carrying all of my luggage, but it's just to bring it all home really. It's this is everything I've acquired along the way, and it's ridiculous. I'm not even a backpacker anymore, but whatever. And it actually affected the flight that I chose. So I've chosen to fly home with Garuda Indonesia because I know that as standard you can bring 30 kgs included. It means that I can check in my big backpack and the Rip Curl one, and then that's less than 30 kgs, and then I can bring this little black one and my other smaller Rip Curl bag on the plane with me, and I don't have to pay any extra for baggage, so that's worked out really well. Also, Garuda Indonesia did have a pretty good price, so it's about an hour and a half or 2 hours to Jakarta, and then 13 hours, maybe 12 or 13 hours from Jakarta to London. I have flown with Garuda before and I was very impressed with them, so I'm hoping that it's going to be all okay. But yeah, it's getting late and I need to put all of this into all of my bags. Here we go, I've packed it. This is my new Rip Curl suitcase. I like it because it's like a soft top, and then I need to clip these up on the side and then you can tighten it. But yeah, it's small enough to fit in most carry-ons, but still big enough to fit in like a pretty load of stuff. I just love it. So this is pretty much going to be my bag of the summer. Good morning, everybody. It's 4:15 in the morning. I'm getting picked up very shortly. This is what is going to be my plain outfit. So I've just got my leggings, got my Nike trainers on the bottom. I have my fanny pack, which I literally only wear this on like flights or travel days. But when I do, like having it for that is actually so worth it because it's just so easy to put everything in here. I recently got this long sleeve top from Rip Curl in Australia and I think it's really cute. As well as that, I've got my Roxy jumper on the top. So there we go. This is the whole outfit. Hopefully I will be warm enough on the plane. We can only hope. I made it to my boarding gate and the weirdest thing happened at security. So they wouldn't let me take my like GoPro selfie stick, the extendable one. They checked each one of my like sticks for my GoPro. So I've got one which is like a tripod, one which is a floaty stick, and then one which is like an extendable pole. And yeah, both times going through security, they were like, nah, this is not allowed. And they took it away from me. I mean, I had a really cheap one anyway, so I wasn't too fussed. But isn't that weird? I've never, ever had like a GoPro stick even questioned before. Anyway, Bali Airport, that's how it is. Welcome to Jakarta International Airport, where I will be transferring for my flight to London. I was literally fast asleep for that whole first flight, which is ideal. I think I need to go to this desk now. Perfect. I'm going to London and I need my boarding pass.
Your right side.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Wrong transfer desk. Gotta go up here to the international transfer desk. Quite entertaining. There's like a group of Brits, not together, no one's together, it's just different British people, and you know they're British because you can spot a British person a mile off. Like if a British person coughs, you know they're British, and everyone's doing the same things wrong and trying to find the same place, because you have to check in at Jakarta Airport to get on the flight to London, even if you're transferring. So my bags have transferred, but I have to like recheck in basically, and this is what everyone's doing, and the instructions of where to go aren't exactly clear. So I am just finding it really funny just seeing a bunch of baffled Brits, and Brits like to get a bit of the huff about these things as well, and I also find that very amusing. Hello, I'm flying to London.
To London, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's from Bali?
Yeah. Typical.
Gate number, gate 10. 10 to boarding, 10:35 o'clock.
Thank you. Bye. Now, before I go through security, I bought a water bottle just before I got on the plane in Bali, and I didn't drink it. And since I'm about to go through security again, I'm gonna have to down the whole thing. No one else is boarding, and I've got 3 seats to myself. This hasn't happened to me in a long time. I'm very excited about this.
So tired, just woke up from a nap.
But it looks like we're about 20 minutes away. Thank you. This plane is so empty, it's actually ridiculous. I just had the longest shower and it was so refreshing. Well overdue. Oh, by the way, hello everybody. Welcome to my home in England. It feels nice to be back. It doesn't actually feel weird at all to be back in the UK. I feel like, yeah, I'm ready to get my life back on track. I arrived in the evening last night and it's now the morning. So today I'm just gonna take you through what I'm doing with myself to help me settle into life back home, getting back to reality and also getting back to health, because after really long flights I get quite sick, or I got sick on the flight and would not stop sneezing, my nose was running, and this pretty much always happens to me. And there's probably a combo of hay fever as well, but also like I don't think my immune system is, ow, it's really hot. I don't think that my immune system is at its best. So we're gonna try and fix that over the next couple of days. To another day. It's so funny, like as you do the small little beauty routines, you start to really just like feel human again. Just this massive bruise. Can you see that? Oh, it's sore as well. I don't even know how I got that. Do you ever have that? You just kind of wake up and you're just like, how did I get that bruise? I know we're going somewhere. I love being in the car. I missed my car, I really did, and I'm back. This is Flygo, the Toyota Aygo, and he's my baby, and I'm so pleased to have him back. Honestly, yeah, I think my car is one of the things that I miss the most when I'm away, and I just went for a ride in Flygo, mostly just as an excuse to have a ride in Flygo, but also just got a bunch of errands done. So first of all, I got a coffee from Pret, which was my favourite when I left, but now I'm starting to doubt it because I've actually changed my coffee choice. Back when I was in England, I used to have mochas, but then they got a bit too rich for me, and then I had lattes, but now I have cappuccinos, and I just got a cappuccino at Pret, and I don't know how I feel about it. So maybe I'll be going back to being a Costa gal, who knows. I managed to get my Indonesian rupiah changed back into pounds, which is good. I only had like £40 worth, but that's all good and it's sorted. And then I also went to Sainsbury's and bought a lot of healthy foods. I want to kind of feel better and feel back on track holistically, as it were, and that's just by kind of being active, eating really well. I'm also trying to be a little bit more veggie vegan. So I'm not veggie, I'm not vegan, and I most certainly wasn't either of those things when I was away, because it is really difficult in Asia because so much of their food is just meat, and even if they say it's veggie, a lot of the time it's not, so I didn't even try when I was out there. But when I'm home and I'm doing the shopping myself, I'm trying to make a conscious effort not to get any meat, and if I can, not to get any dairy either. I won't beat myself up about it. And the main reason I'm doing this is mainly for sustainability. I watched a few documentaries on Netflix whilst I was away, which really made me think, it really did, but also for my health. I think generally just having a kind of vegan diet is generally healthier for you and you lean more towards fruit and veg and stuff like this, which I really need to eat more of. I don't have enough veg usually. I was gonna get my eyebrows threaded in town as well, but the eyebrow lady wasn't there yet. I mean, I guess it was fairly early. I was there at like 9 a.m. Maybe she doesn't arrive till 11 a.m. I don't know. When I got my coffee to take away, it reminded me that I really need a new reusable cup because I did have one and it was one of those collapsible ones, but I found it really shit. It leaked everywhere. So I want to get a new one, and I think I'm just going to order it online because I have in my head the one that I want to get, but I don't know where to find that particular one in shop. So I think I'm going to do an Amazon order, because also just in my last few days in Bali, I made a list of everything that I wanted to do when I got back home to the UK. So one of those things is to phone HSBC and sort online business banking. I freaking hate HSBC. I have so many issues with them all the time, and I really want to switch banks. My friends have recommended Lloyds. Apparently they're a good UK bank. If anyone else has any UK bank recommendations, please let me know, especially if they have a good business banking service. And also, I just want a bank which, like, the app is really easy to use, like something I can maybe just use my fingerprint to log into, something which doesn't require a million passwords like HSBC does. And like, I always forget all of them, and that's kind of why I always have issues. But like, it's actually ridiculous, the number of passwords and numbers that you need to remember, because you're not supposed to write them down, because then what if someone finds them? Anyway, I want to switch banks. If anyone has any UK bank recommendations, please feel free to let me know. I'm open. Other things I need to do today is just like order a bunch of stuff off Amazon. I want to get a new microphone, specifically the Zoom H1, which is kind of one which you can do this with. I want to get some wireless headphones. I want to start working out outdoors and stuff, so I'd really like some headphones which like kind of go over the ear and like in like that. I think that'll be really good. I feel like I'm being productive today. It's only 10:15 and I have a bunch of editing to do. I have not unpacked my bag yet, but I am wanting to do a whole video of me unpacking, which is why I haven't unpacked yet, because then I will do all of my washing and whatnot. This is currently my room. It is a bit of a tip, and I'm still in the process of like sorting out this general area to make it a really nice working and filming space. This is a scratch mat, which I haven't even scratched in yet, but I'm thinking of making a fun video out of that, so like a whole video scratching each place and saying what I did in each place, what year, whatever. Is that something that you'd want to see or no? Let me know. I'd love it to have like a bit of a tropical beachy feel in here, so maybe just some pieces of art with like palm prints or something like that I think would look really nice. I really need a new bedside table because I don't like this one. I also don't like this lamp. I like that lamp. That's a new lamp. Anyway, these are all random things on my mind to do with this room. Welcome to my productive space. This is literally where I'm going to be working for the foreseeable future. So this vlog won't be posted for a while because I want to post all the previous stuff beforehand, which you will have now seen. But to give you some context of how far behind I am, I'm editing the Port Barton episode of my Philippines vlogs right now. I imagine you will have seen that video a while ago. Anyway, plan over the summer is to catch up. I've like written down my entire schedule of filming. I've got some really good videos coming up. I really hope that you enjoy them. Other plans for the summer and being home. If you follow me on Instagram, you may well know a lot of what's already been happening, but I'm gonna give you a quick overview now. Next week I'm heading to Sweden, my first time in Sweden, specifically to a spot called Malmö. And then in June I'm heading off to Italy. I'm flying into Milan, but then gonna be in the Trentino area, which is up in the mountains. I'm there specifically for the Traverse Conference 2019. I'm gonna be a speaker there, which is really, really exciting. My first ever proper talk at a Traverse event. I attended a Traverse 2 years ago, so it's really cool that I'm now speaking at it. My talk's going to be on how to get started with travel vlogging, and then I'm going to be home for a bit again, and then in July I'm heading to Croatia for the very first time for another week with Med Sailors. If you've been following for a while, you may have seen that I went to Greece with them last year, did a sailing trip, and it was probably my favourite week in the whole year, if I'm honest. So I'm stoked to be heading back out with Med Sailors, but this time to Croatia and exploring some of the islands around from Split. And then, I don't think I'm allowed to tell you what's happening next. Well, it's up to me whether I tell you or not, because it's my own secret project, which you may already know if you follow me on Instagram, depending on when I start talking about it. But the clue is merchandise, but it's not exactly going to be merchandise. It's going to be so much better than that, and I am so down for it, so excited. And yeah, that's pretty much how my summer is going to be looking. So it's busy, but it's really, really exciting. And what I really want to work on for myself is just being as productive as possible. This is one of my personal biggest struggles. I don't know why. I'm just the world's worst procrastinator. Like, it's so bad. I don't work half as hard as I would like to be, and I feel like I am capable of so much if I knuckle down and prioritize and am productive with my time. It's totally possible, and it's only down to me to do it. You know, I work for myself. No one's nagging at me to do things. It's all on me. And I think this is something that I've spoken about before on my channel, just like trying to be productive and stuff. It's something that I'm always trying to do. And starting with my little productive space here, I'm a believer that, like, when you're in the right environment, it can affect how you work so much. And I've been getting lots of editing done today. It's my first day back. I just hope to carry this on and really start moving forwards. After the summer, I do have ideas, provisional plans, but it's too far ahead to look into right now. Being a freelancer, I don't know what my financial situation is going to be like. I don't know what other opportunities might arise, if any. So I've kind of got to have like plans and then backup plans and then like backup plans. That's just my life. That's how I roll now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention in this video. I don't think so. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, though it's probably a very, very long one. I think the next video you'll see is me unpacking my backpack, which is still packed over there because I wanted to film the unpacking. Anyway, team, love you a long time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!